Well, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Jeremy.
So tight. Will you? I guess first introduce yourself and
Okay.
tell us. This is the first time I've had anyone introduce themselves. I've been rolling right into it, but I love your name. Is it your real name?
No, it's not my real name.
Okay, so tell me why you chose it.
My original stage name used to be Amber Stone.
Okay.
My real name is Amber.
Okay.
But that sounds. I've been told, and I kind of thought it sounded like a porn star name, and I have nothing against
Sure.
that. I support everyone doing what they want to do, but
Yes. That's not what we're marketing.
yeah, that's not what I was marketing. And so I was thinking of a different name, and I was just sitting with like what I wanted my music to convey to people and how I wanted it to make them feel.
Yeah.
And so, like being at home is where you can be your most vulnerable self, and like, be
Yes.
authentic and be real, and that's kind of like what I fashion my music towards. And so then it's kind of like how it birthed into that.
That's so fucking cool. I
Thank
love
you.
that.
Thank
Yes,
you.
I love that. Why is that so important to you? Why is it so important to make music for people like that?
I really, when I started making music, it was for me, which I think a lot of artists say.
Yeah.
And like the music that I was making, well, at first I was like really focused on like, I gotta make a hit, it's gotta sound good, like people gotta like it. And then I really just started being like, well, this is like my therapy, and I wanna go in here and, write about things that I feel are real to me and that I can relate to. And so once I started doing that, and people started telling me like, wow, I really resonated with that once I started performing it more.
Yeah.
um, I just love that feeling. I love being able to create that feeling when I'm performing and making a space where people can be affirmed and feel
Yeah.
heard and feel understood. And sometimes like I feel like people look at me. Had people look at me and tell me that, oh, you seem so confident, you seem sure of yourself, and like that's not the case all the time.
Totally.
So to
Totally.
be real and like share that and
Yes.
just be in that space, it feels affirming. I
Yeah.
feel braver doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really fucking dope. And you're also walking in your calling, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's so cool. Dope. Well, I'm so glad to meet you.
Thank you. Same.
I'm excited to hear this answer now. My branded question that I'm like throwing to everyone is, what was your welcome to it moment? What was the time when you were like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this thing. I'm all in.
I would say, so I've been making music since 2017, but I kind of hit a wall in 2022, the tail end of 2022, beginning of 2023, where I just felt like nothing was happening, nothing was making sense.
Yeah.
I considered not doing music anymore and kind of just like getting a real job, and, like
Right.
living the 9 to 5 life. And I mean, I still work like everybody has to work, but
Sure.
I got in a car accident. I was about to move because I wanted to start new and just try something else in a different state.
Yeah.
And I got in a car accident right before I was about to
Whoa.
set off to go move, and that put a halt on everything because I had to have a car to move, and
Yeah.
so all the money I saved up to move had to go towards getting a new car. And so I had to end up staying here for another year. And in the midst of that, I had just been like constantly, one of the songs I made is called Mainline, and I had just been like constantly praying for clarity on like, God, what should I do? Should I give up music? Should I focus on something else? I was going to be a teacher. I do still teach on the side, but I was going to like focus on it more seriously. And I don't know. I got in that accident and I had to sit down, and I couldn't go out as much, and I couldn't be around all my friends all the time. And it kind of just made me like really hone in and focus on myself.
Yeah.
And in that, I just started getting all these opportunities to go places and perform and do all this stuff. And I had no car, and I was really frustrated about like, oh, I'm getting all these opportunities, I have no way to get there. And it almost felt like it was God being like, how bad do you really want it?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do to make it happen for yourself?
Totally.
And that was when I was just like, anything. I'm gonna do anything to make it happen.
Fuck
and
yeah.
So after that, it's just been like all
Yeah.
gas, no brakes.
Hell yeah. I love that. That's really dope.
Long-winded answer.
No,
but-
that's dope. That's dope. It's cool hearing time and time again from a lot of people even today, but just in life about like how it's never on your timing, you know, you got to trust that, you know, trust God's timing and
Mhm.
really like, you know,
Take
sit
that leap
down
of
when
faith.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Sit down when it's time to sit down and
Yeah.
jump. Yeah, exactly like you
Yeah.
said. Yeah. So that's really cool. Good for
Thank
you
you.
for your be because you also have to be intentional to notice those things
Yeah.
too. And
Yeah.
so really that's really cool.
And it wasn't willingly. There was
Sure,
definitely
yo.
when it all first started, I was like so mad, and people talk about being like talking to God, oh dear Heavenly Father, and I do sometimes talk like that, but sometimes I'm like, man, what's up? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I talk to him like he's my homeboy sometimes, like, because I just really got to get to the real answers of it all.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
yeah, it's
Absolutely.
definitely not princess perfect lollipop cookie cutter.
Yeah. You were talking about performing. You touched on it a couple of times. Does that sounds like that really juices you up. You love that?
I really love it
Yeah.
because I really try to make it a space where like we all feel connected in the moment. And
Yeah.
so I make the audience sing with me on a lot of my songs
Dope. Fuck yeah.
and just talk to them about like where I was at when I wrote them and let them know
Cool.
like if you're in that same place, there is
Dang.
an out of that. And then I'm very intentional in the way that I set my performances because I try to do it in a storytelling kind of way
Cool.
to give them proof that like yes, the turmoil and the hard times happen, but then like I wrote this song about how I'm doing great now, so like
Yeah.
it's all a process.
100%.
And just, leaving out of that and people telling me like, wow, that really touched me, or like I really felt your lyrics in that song, and people quoting my lyrics and like
Yo.
really listening to me, that's when I was like, okay, yeah, I'm onto something here.
Yeah. That's so cool. Homie, it sounds like you're touching a lot of cool lives with your art. That's
Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
That's
That's
what I'm
dope.
hoping for.
Yes, I love it. Well, can you tell everybody where they can find you? And are you performing in the next couple months? Do you got anything? Okay, cool. Let us know.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Just Call Me Home, all one word, JustCallMe. I also have a website at the same name, justcallmehome.org. And then I'm really excited. I have my first solo performance at Dazzle Denver.
Yes, I love Dazzle.
Yeah,
Awesome.
the Denver Center of Performing Arts on March 14th.
March 14th.
Yes,
Awesome.
tickets are on sale now. You can check my website and my Instagram for all of that.
Awesome. And when we share, we'll drop that too.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Heck yeah.
And yeah, come have a good time. Like I said, if you come, I'm gonna make you sing. So
Yes.
just be
Come
prepared.
on. Heck yes. Home, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Heck yes.